We do have this event once again. And this event summon 10 of elementals and 1 light and dark. Does that count for... Okay. So you make the selection. Complete list of 10. Check the SP rate up. This is always the biggest bait event of the whole year because you kind of feel like, oh, I'm supposed to pull those things that you pull the rate up for. But let me show you the actual rates on this shit. What do we have over here? So the selected one is 12%. So that is a 1 in, what are we looking at? 1 in 8 that you get your selected unit. Just not that high. How about LDs? LDs, yeah, this. This is exactly what I mean. It's a 1 in 10. So you think like, oh, I'm gonna click on my 1 unit and I'm gonna get that one. Yeah, with the rate of 1 in fucking 10. So you need to pull 10 LD5s to get on average the unit you asked for, which means it's pretty much the biggest bait thing ever. So you first need to get an LD5. You technically need to get 10 LD5s to get the average one of getting one of your selected. So that's why I also say this is the biggest bait event of the whole year. Like, sure, it's cool and all. I think for an LD4, it's kind of doable to get the right one. But for an LD5, odds are just crazy low. But what am I going to do? And also, what am I going to do on the alt? Because those are, I think the alt has a lot more interesting things. So because over here, for fire, I don't even miss a single fire unit. For this one, it's going to be you for sure. For this one, it's going to be you. What do I want as a fire dupe? Is there even any fire dupe I give a shits about at the moment? I don't even think so. Tricks. I think dupe tricks would get the closest. But in most cases, for people Pokédexing. Then light and dark. This is going to be the interesting one. What do I want on light and dark? Well, I think on dark, a lot of people will definitely go for the Dark Zenitsu, which is arguably the strongest dark unit out there right now. Especially with the Dark Aragorn nerf. However, he's also probably on the main chopping block to get a nerf. So if you do pull your most wanted unit, the odds of being on the chopping block for a nerf is definitely there. So let's keep that part in mind when you pull for that unit. I think for a lot of people, if you don't have that many LDs, a Valeska is a great choice. Dark Zenny, of course, great choice. Zhongcheng Lao is a great choice. Gianna's overrated. Trust me on that one. Gianna's definitely overrated. Don't think that I call Gianna bad. No. Gianna's good, but she's overrated. So I think Valeska's the safest choice. Maximilian is probably a cool choice, but also overrated. I think Valeska's by far the best choice for a lot of people. Viva's very fucking overrated. Viva's crazy overrated in my opinion. But I think for now, the best in slot that there is in dark is the Dark Zenitsu. If we're looking at light, light for me will definitely go towards Laura or Yeonhong. I think I will place it on Laura. Well, I have really good Yeonhong runes as well, though. Not sure. I think I'll go Laura. Odds that I get it's pretty low anyways. What are the best takes for light? I would say Tianleng is a crazy good take. Laura, Yeonhong are good takes. Yeonhong only if you have good pairs for Yeonhong, because Yeonhong by itself is trash. Yeonhong with a Gianna is good. Yeonhong with other good pairs is good. But just the Yeonhong is bad. Tianleng is always good. I think in current state of the game, Crack, if you like cleaving style, Crack is kind of good. Lucifer is maybe a bit overrated for this, but he's not bad. He's just kind of good overall, but it's not really an RTA unit in all honesty. I think that those are the best takes, pretty much. So this is going to be for me. And then if we're looking at the 4 stars, for light, I think for a lot of people, either go Pokédexing if you don't have certain units just yet. I think if you don't have a Kinky, definitely go for a Kinky. For me, I'll just go Pokédexing. I have the odds of you being buffed more than you, so I will go for you. Otherwise, if you kind of have everything, you just go for more Dovas. That's the main thing. On Dark, I still miss the fucking Dark series. I don't have this unit. If you already have everything and Pokédexing is not interesting, go for more Mirnaes. That's just the main thing to it. And then for whatever you have over here, for endgame accounts, it literally doesn't matter. Like, just click anything. Like, I really don't give a shit. So that's going to be the list for the main. I think you're able to switch the list once. So if you do pull a certain LD5, you can still switch the list. So that is that. Let's actually get the Laura and this right. I want that unit on the fucking alt. I still don't have the Inferno on Dark on the alt, which kind of sucks. Because I want to use that for defense. Well, okay, yeah, crazy, nice. We like those rates. We like those rates. Yeah, it's trash event. Oh man, I'll probably save like a whole bunch of scrolls until when 23 days. That's still a decent amount. I think I'll save pretty much the 23 days and then, well, I'll up the LD count by 6. Would have been fun to get a Laura in there straight away, but let's see what I want to do on the alt, because I think the alt is a little bit more interesting for this. The insta switch button is really goated, not gonna lie. For the alt, this is going to be a little bit more interesting to have the SP up. First of all, let's check the LD force. So in this case, we're still missing a lot of normal force as well. Is there anything that I'm in particular kind of... I think I would rather go for a particular unit I want to skill up in, rather than a unit that I want to have that I don't have yet. I'm not sure if you're actually going to do good for damage right now. You have ignored defense right now. I would have to test out your damage later. Not too sure what kind of skill ups I would do for this. What will make sense? A lot of options. Well, let's look at these first. So, LD Force, Light 4. I think my best bet is probably a Kinky. I think that unit or a Dova, but I don't really have Nuka runes as of yet. So I think a Kinky would help more on this account. Then on the side of Dark, I think a lot of people would go for a Dova. Or not for Dova, Deborah. Deborah's nice, but Deborah's also a little bit overrated. Because, well, sure, if you want to make your dungeon teams faster, Deborah could be a thing. But it's, in all honesty, only makes your Giants faster and your R5 faster, but you can get fast R5 without it as well. So it's not as interesting. So what other options you have? Probably Robo, Mirenes, Frigates, like those kind of things. I think I'll go Mirene on this account for that. I think that that would add in the most for this account, these two. Then looking at the 5 stars. Light and Dark on the 5 stars, I don't expect to get this, but if I get anything, Valeska on Dark, 100%. On Light, what is the best Light units that I would like on this account without having any other LDs? Good question, good question. Lucifer, surely. Lucifer is fun, but do I want to go for that? Yeah, I think I'll still go Lucifer. Or is there anything that I would like to add to the dot team that I currently have? One Asima or something is not better than the normal elemental dot units I have. Plus, I don't want to pick an LD I already have. Otherwise, like a Tianleng would have been a good pick. I would say a Lima, maybe in this, would have been a good pick. Crack's a decent pick, but thing is, Pontus, Well, the thing is, on this account, I'm most likely, if I start playing RTA, it will be along the lines of a Amber and Tricks and those kind of units. But I can't really think of an L&D that really fits that well. Loki may be a Veronica, but picking Veronica and this is the Loki kind of int as well. Silver, maybe. Sarath, Talisman for AO. I wouldn't mind a nuker such as a Talisman, though. That is kind of true. Light Nina? Ooh, Light Nina would actually... Yeah, no, Light Nina would actually smack real hard. I kind of like a Light Nina in that. Because I also will play with Lamila and stuff. And this account will play on the fact I have shit rune quality and I have to overcome things. Best, like, low rune quality, strong damage units are actually Valeska and Light Nina. We're just gonna take those two. Maybe Valeska is a recommended pick, Light Nina probably not a recommended pick, but I kind of like that idea, yeah. Then we go for Fire, and Fire, I think I want to go towards Tomoe, because it fits the best with my dot team that I already have. Either I go Tomoe, or I go Vanessa for defense leads kind of thing. No, I think I just go Tomoe. For Water, it's a guaranteed, no questions asked, hey gang. And that is just it just fits the best with like the Ambertrix, Hey Gang, Tomoe, blah, 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 those kind of things. Wind, no questions asked, we're just simply gonna go for Leo, because Leo just enables like a whole bunch of comps. If I get a Feng Yang, or if I get this, or if I get that, they most of the time need a Leo. So Leo in this case is the best that I can do on this account. And then as mentioned, the 4 stars on these, to be honest, they're just gonna be like skill up-ish units. So let's do Morris, because Morris a bitch. And let's also just give Morris skill ups just in case. Yeah, just whatever you feel like. Maybe take a little bit of longer thought on this, what you need for skill ups for, but we're just gonna set these in. And then we're gonna pull absolutely fucking nothing. And you're gonna do the same, but that doesn't matter. Tomb Garden. And more of nothing. So yeah, do expect to pull nothing even though you make your whole selection and that kind of stuff. Nina deals a lot of damage, tested on the Lucian set. Oh, we're gonna test that in a second as well. So yeah, that is my recommendation for these events. Keep in mind, you're probably gonna make like a long thing of thinking about what units to pull, and then you're absolutely not gonna pull these units that you selected right there, because even with the net 4 lightnings that I just got so far, none of these were actually selected units. So do keep that part in mind. Do keep that part in mind. But it's not a bad event for, I think for LD4s, it's more of an okay event. For LD5s, you're probably not gonna get it. That's just the honest truth right there. People will probably ask, is this thing worth to get if you already have the other one? I just did the tests. I would have to do the test properly at some point, I guess. But from the first looks of it, they look about same speed-ish. So if it's worth, like if you have an ungodly amount of Devilmons, because that's the thing, the Frodo you got for free full Deviled, this thing is gonna be 0 Devilmon at the start. So then the question is it worth it to also Devilmon this thing if you already have a Frodo Devilmon? If that answer for you is no, I would not get this thing for just a slightly bit of speed up, because you want to have it max skill because of the higher rate on this and this. And low key, you actually almost would want to skill this up to the part where he doesn't have this cooldown, because the skill 2 is actually slower. I should have done that on the main. I did not even think of that. But yeah, you would like to see skill 1 max, but skill 2 not max. But yeah, the odds of getting that is also kind of low, because you need to roll 6 in here while not rolling 5 in here. But yeah, this one will definitely be used on the alt, will be for future videos right there.
Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.